London
Sounds
asked
good.
me if this was going to be a short one. It's not going to be a super long one. We're going to just go until we're done, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we've been learning about different pollinators. We've been reading different texts. We've been doing a lot of important stuff. Okay, if your unicorn comes. I think we're gonna have all our toy friends put away for now while we learn, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we are going to continue learning about one of our favorite pollinators, a cute one. What is it? Briella said it. Bats. Yes.
The bat.
The bats.
The bat.
All right. So we need to remind ourselves of our guiding question. Who can read us our guiding question up here? London can.
What are dangers to pollinators face?
Exactly. What dangers do pollinators face?
Good. Okay. What is our target for today? Basically, we're covering it. I can describe key details
Describe
key details
from bats, roosts in danger
from bats, roosts in danger,
about the dangers
about
the dangers
that bats face.
that bats face.
So
So
this
friends, real quick, friends, a roost is a place where bats sleep at night. Kind of like your place where you sleep is in your bedroom or in your house. So a roost is where a bat stays. So thinking of the title, Bats Roosts in Danger, what do you think that means we're going to be reading about? Briella?
how bats sleep and how animals attack them and eat them.
a really great question. A really good question. So the bats roosts in danger is the title of the text that we're going to read today. Okay, so our target is going to be to try to identify and describe key details, so only the most important parts of that text, and the text is about the dangers that bats face. So try to answer this question. You can type in the chat or you can answer with your voice by raising your hand. Why is it important for bats to be safe while they rest in their roost? Roost. That's hard to say. Why is it important that they stay safe? Looking for answers in the chat and then looking for raised hands. Daviana, what do you think?
Didn't hear the question.
Oh, the question is, why is it important for bats to be safe while they rest in their roost?
It's important for bats to be safe because if people keep killing them, they won't be able to protect their family.
That's so true. You're right. So people are dangerous to bats. That's one way that bats are in danger. And it's important that they can be safe while they sleep. Anyone have a different answer or a different reason? I want to add on to what Daviana said. London, your hand is raised. Do you want to add on to what Daviana said? Okay, go ahead.
Be good
You should turn your electricity off sometimes so the bats don't get stinged in it.
Okay, yeah, that is one way we can keep bats safe. The wind turbines is what you're talking about, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, good job, London. So if bats, or when an animal in general is sleeping, it's really dangerous for them, right? Because they're not paying attention and another animal could come and get them, or a person or anything. But when animals are sleeping is the most dangerous time. You know what I'm saying?
They can sneak up.
Yeah, they can sneak up and get them. Oh, this is kind of fun. All right, friends, we're going to take a minute and rest like a bat. Okay, it's kind of hard, but we can do it. Did you know that bats sleep upside down? Did you know that? Oh, Brielle, it's upside down. Okay, first we want you to do this. Take a deep breath and then like in your head, count to 3 like this. You try. Now, you want to sit in a comfortable position. So you might want to sit like this, like crunch your legs up like this. Like this. And then keep doing your bat breathing and close your eyes. Okay, we'll do it for 10 seconds. Ready? Close your eyes and do a deep breath. Let it go. Okay, wake up, bats, wake up.
Little bats, wake up.
Anaya, what on earth is going on in your room?
We're having a bat party.
Okay, everybody wakey wakey. Good job.
Party!
A party. Okay, can we stop the party and do learning for just like 10 minutes? Thank you. Perfect. All right, we're gonna get into doing our actual work. We did our important mindfulness bat work. Now we need to do our actual schoolwork. So we're gonna read this text called Bats, Roosts, in Danger. Miss Tishley, what do you say we read it all the way through once and then we go back and ask questions?
That's how I love to read.
Well, let's do it. Are you guys ready? I see Zayel's body is ready. Focus.
But I don't have it on.
He's learning. Brandon, good job. Yella, Nadanya, Daviana, Prince. Okay, I think we're all ready. Brene, you want to sit up, friend, so we can focus? Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. All right, Miss Tishley, you want to start?
I sure do. Okay, so our text is called Bats Roost in Danger. Are bats living around your home? Once bats lived only in natural areas. In many places, there are buildings where forests once stood. This means that today, bats often build roosts in buildings. We must be careful or we may put these bats in danger. Remodeling or removing buildings can cause problems for bats.
A bat's nest is called a roost. Bats build roosts in different places at different times of the year. Bats can build roosts in trees and caves. Some bats build roosts inside houses and barns. A bat's roost can be destroyed when a building is changed or removed. Then the bat must find a new place to live.
Bats are sensitive to noise. This is another reason that changing buildings can be a problem. Bats need a quiet place to have babies and hibernate. If there is too much noise, they might leave their nest. It can hurt a whole group of bats.
Bats need our help. Check for bats before you add on to or remove a building. Give them another place to live by putting up a bat box. You can also grow plants that bats like in your garden. You can help bats by saving their roosts. Something I want to remind you of, somebody said this the other day when we were talking about bats, but bats are nocturnal. So they sleep all day and then they stay up all night. So when humans make lots of noise during the daytime, like if you're building a new building and doing construction.
My mom told me that bats sleep in day and they stay up all night.
She's absolutely right.
Absolutely right.
All right, I want you to be thinking about these questions over here on the left. So what is the text mostly about? What are some dangers that bats face when they're in their roosts? And also, what is the author's opinion about bats and their roosts? So what does the author think we should do? Okay, let's read it one more time and we'll stop during different parts, okay?
Okay, so paragraph 1, friends, be thinking, what does the author say about why bats are in danger? Okay, Ms. Deacon, do you want to read this one?
Sure. Are bats living around your home? Once, bats lived only in natural areas. In many places, there are buildings where forests once stood. This means that today, bats often build roosts in buildings. We must be careful or we may put these bats in danger. Remodeling or removing buildings can cause problems for bats.
So what does the author say about why bats are in danger?
Just in that paragraph.
Just in paragraph 1.
Iman?
How bats are in danger is that when people are removing or remodeling the building, it causes problems for the bats.
Perfect. That's exactly what this paragraph tells us. Great job. Okay, so now I'm going to read paragraph 2, and I want you to be thinking, what is one reason the author gives to support the opinion? Okay, so it says, a bat's nest is called a roost. Bats build roosts in different places at different times of the year. Bats can build roosts in trees and caves. Some bats build roosts inside houses and barns. A bat's roost can be destroyed when a building is changed or removed. Then the bat must find a new place to live.
So in order to answer this question, what is one reason that the author gives to support their opinion? We have to know what the author's opinion is. So what do you think the author wants us to do about bats? Does the author want us to destroy bats' homes? Does the author want us to make sure we leave places for bats to have homes? He's saying thumbs up. What do you mean?
Wait.
Save the bats? Yeah, okay. So the author's opinion, you're right, B, is that we should keep the bats safe. So what is one reason the author gives that we should keep the bats safe and not destroy their homes? Briella?
We shouldn't destroy the bat's home because, or they will die. Or they will have to do more work and find another house.
Yeah, you're right. So if we destroy their house, either they have to go and they have to find somewhere else to build a house, and that might take up all their energy, or they might not find a new place to build a house, and then something really bad might happen to them. You're absolutely right. Good job, Briella. All right, I'm going to read paragraph number 3. And in paragraph number 3, I want you to think about what details does the author write to tell us why the bats should not be disturbed, or disturbed means bothered, okay? Bats are sensitive to noise. This is another reason that changing buildings can be a problem. Bats need a quiet place to have babies and hibernate. If there is too much noise, they might leave their nest. It can hurt a whole group of bats. I think somebody asked, what is hibernate? Hibernate is when an animal goes to sleep for like several weeks at a time. So what details does the author give to tell us why we should not disturb bats? Why should we leave them alone? Renee, do you know why we should leave bats alone?
I can't see when typing.
What will the bats do?
Go to another place.
They'll leave their nest. Yep. Good job. Anybody else want to share a reason? It's in paragraph 3. So this is paragraph 3 right here. London?
That bats are helpful because they make pollen.
Absolutely. Bats are helpful because they make pollen. What are bats really sensitive to? What really bothers bats? Briella raised 2 hands. She must really know the answer.
Noise.
Noise. Good job. So bats don't like noise, right? And so we should work really hard to help them have quiet home.
And they don't like the light because it'll burn their wings.
Yeah, and their eyes probably too.
Yeah.
Good thought.
So in paragraph 4, friends, now we have to be thinking, what does the author say may cause bats to leave their nests at sensitive times?
That kind of goes with paragraph 3 too.
Yeah. Okay, so it says, bats need our help. Check for bats before you add on or remove a building. Give them another place to live by putting up a bat box. You can also grow plants that bats like in your garden. You can help bats by saving their roosts.
So what is the thing that would cause bats to leave their nests at the wrong time? Briella was telling us about it. Who else knows? Adanya, do you know?
Huh?
Adanya, what would cause bats to leave their nest at the wrong times?
When bats live, when bats leave their nest, they have
What kinds of things do people do, Adanya, that would bother the bats so much that they would leave their homes?
that they like the how they live.
Can I read you part of the text that might help you?
I can't hear anybody.
Okay, nobody's talking because it's your turn. I'm going to read you part of the text. Bats need a quiet place to have babies and hibernate. If there is too much noise, they might leave their nest. So what is it that might make them leave?
Too much what?
It's okay. Take a deep breath. Too
My
much.
sister turned my volume all the way down, so I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, do you need me to read it again?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Maybe someone can help you out. Briella, can you help her out?
The terrible noises.
Yes, the terrible noises. So people make a lot of noise as it is, and especially when they start to build stuff and tear buildings down and all of that. So good job, friends. Noise is something that really bothers bats. These are just our notes that we took the other day about dangers that bats face. We added some things to it. You see these bold red words right here? We added those, added those to our notes. So we added old buildings are torn down. That's dangerous for bats. Their
Yeah.
roosts are damaged. And then they get scared away from their roosts, which is so sad because then they don't have anywhere to live. Okay, so let me show you your today, and you're good to go. You are just answering 3 questions today. What is the text mostly about? What is the author's point about changes that people make to buildings where bats live? So what do people do that bothers bats? And then what is one reason the author gives why it hurts bats when their roosts are damaged? Okay, so those are your 3 questions for the day. And I need to put a spot for your name before you start on that. All right, if you guys are ready to go get started, you can press leave and you can go get to work. If you have a question, you can ask us now and we'll help you out.